Hello everyone, welcome back to your favorite channel Studlinks, which adds excellence to your learning. Previously we have designed the form in our HTML module. So there I've told you about the attribute like action, method and the name attribute. Also the main role play in getting the data from the form and submitting the data to the database. Now let's see what are these one by one. As we can see on the screen that we have this action attribute. Here we have a file name test.php. It tells that whenever the submit button is clicked, where the main execution of the code will happen. So here all the logic which is written inside this test.php will be executed. Next to this we have the method attribute, where we've already seen that we have two methods to send the data. One is the post method and the other is the get method. At last we have the name attribute. The main work of this attribute is that whenever we enter the data in our form, then this data along with the specific name, as over here we can see that we have mobile number as the name. So whatever mobile number we enter, it goes directly to the database. So now I am sure that you would have got some kind of knowledge and a pretty good knowledge of what it is. Let's apply it practically and see how it is being used.
Congratulations on coming this far. I hope you are actually enjoying your web development course. And in this session, we will be learning about what is an action attribute, what kinds of methods do we have, and why do we actually use a submit button in a form. So, as we have seen how to make a form in HTML in the previous module, that is in your HTML module, here we see to what is an action. So, you can see that you have a form, action, method, and the ID of a form. So the action attribute present over here tells that after the submit button is clicked, where the action will be performed. Like here we have this PHP file. So it tells that the action to be performed is in the PHP file. Next to this we have two methods. One is the post method and the other is your get method. Now what is this post method? The post method is used for large amount of data which can be sent because the request parameter is appended into the body. By that I mean that post carries request parameter in the message body. So when you send the message, you can see that the URL contains nothing but only the request to be sent. Whereas that of get, what does get do? It carries the parameter, appends in the URL string. So when you send it with the get parameter, get method, you can see what is being requested upon that particular URL, which leads to the insecurity and like privacy is not being maintained using get parameter. So the most which is being used is the post parameter. Next to this, let's understand what is this submit being used over here. In the button type we have submit. Now what does this submit do? Here when the form gets submitted, when on clicking on submit button, the form gets submitted. In case you do not have this submit button, I suppose remove this particular thing, or else let's comment this and see what is actually happening to the particular page which we've created. So you can see that you have no submit over here. So how will the user submit the button? Like he has nothing to submit, right? So in case you want to submit the button, in case you want to submit the details you have provided, you can save this. And let's see to the output. You have a submit option, that is you can click on this and it gets submitted. Clear? So this is the use of the action, that where the action has to be performed in which page. The two types of methods, the post method and the get method, where of this here we have used the post method. Coming to the submit form is about submitting the form, the submit button which we've used. Then we can also see about the name attribute present over here. What is this name attribute? The name attribute is basically used that once the form is submitted, the value of the data from the front, that is the front end, goes to these values of the database and is stored in the backend. So from this particular value, the name, suppose I enter a particular name, the name is being stored in this particular name, like it is stored in this particular thing. That is, suppose I send a particular name. Now where is that being stored? It is being stored over here. So for that particular purpose, the name is being attribute, the name attribute is being used. So whatever you're using in the front goes to the behind, that is storage, database, and stores over there. So for this purpose, we use the name attribute. So I hope that it is clear about the action attribute, the method attribute, the two types of methods we have, the submit button and the name attribute to be used in the login form to make it much more interactive, and how to use it particularly to the front end and the back end. That is all for this live coding session.
Congratulations on completing this concept. We will get back to you with some more interesting concepts in the upcoming video. Till then, take care and bye-bye.